Shipping off, Captain. Right on the cap. Shipping off. Me. Get the fuck off my team. Only the robot would I ever take. The only cool guy. Probably because he has zero depth of character. He's just a funny gimmick. That's all I need. Alright. What quests do we have around here? It's the relay. Okay. 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 Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do here. Not really much on this side. What are these guys' names? What's this guy doing? What? Invisible wall? Are you kidding me, dude? I have to hit the can here in a second. Crew Rice coming back up to haunt me, maybe. There's really not much down here at all. I mean, I guess it was all about the big bosses over here. Guarding the pad. Maybe the other side will have more. Okay. This is supposed to be the most dangerous area on the planet. Hmm? Oh, right, the queen. Ooh. Now we got some boys. I think they're just inside this. I don't want to go straight through the middle. Go around the side. I mean, we could just run in there and start shooting the guns off and just kill everything like it's no problem, but I like to pretend they're a threat at least. Inside, I guess. Go ahead and loot this real quick. Sounds like a swarm back there. Well, I'd like to clear the area before we do too much looting, but... Let's check the room, I guess. We shouldn't get so close. Coming from a little farther away. What is this I have on my confidence? Oh, next attack a crit. I just killed somebody. Forgot about that. Which is really good for sneaking. Although I don't know if you get just a bonus for sneaking, then you can crit, or if it's purely sneak just like a crit. Cool if it's stacked. Bard. I have to come back through here with the story. I have to get above it. Usually just randomly barred shit like that with no other entrances. Some kind of quest or story deal later. here. Big ass building, there's something in there. Yeah. What is this? Raspberry plant. Need 95 to break into this. Holy hell. I mean, that's pretty much just max. I'll start getting, I think we'll do 10 levels on that and then another 10 the next time in the future. We're starting to get into that kind of shit, might as well have it maxed out pretty much. Hacking seems less important, but might be able to open it from like a terminal though too. Usually how that shit goes. So does it require more points to like repair something? The like more damage it gets, or is it just a flat amount? I feel like it might be a flat amount, which kind of sucks. I don't want to lose any damage, but I use a lot more weapon parts. Otherwise, I mean, I have so many weapon parts it doesn't matter. But dodge distance, yeah, that's not important. Let's go ahead and get some of this sold. Cost of bribes minus 10%. Not worried about it. Lockpick cost 5. I don't want to just carry around a bunch of gear to like wear at certain times. I mean, the persuasion one, sure, but man, that was just dialogue kills, just straight up. Hmm. Surprisingly not a way in here. 75 out of 95. Either somebody else is opening it. I need to come back in 2 levels. Can't mark anything on the map, sadly. I can remember it's at that one of the vending machines and workbench combos. Alright, well, I think that's this side of town. Mostly. Yeah. Handled. Sealed. Really. So I unseal it. Are they gonna make me go up and around here? Or I can come in from the other side. I hit the bathroom here in a minute. It's kinda lame they just seal you. That shit, man. Fucking visible wall on me, dude. For what reason, too? Is that like a scripted zone? Well, guess we'll go that way. From here, though, we have some stuff to do from here in between there. Let me hit the can real quick. No, it's really early in the stream, so. That's the horror music. Something decent. Song was good though. Something different. Okay, I'm not listening to it, so it doesn't really matter. I start peeling out of here. I'll do that. It's fine. do before music. I need to get my fucking phone charger over here. Sadly, the gameplay in Outer Worlds isn't quite like Doom. Hey. Get back into it for real this time. Oof, man. That food, dude. Came back to haunt me. What we're doing, we had a few quests over here. Was the closest one. How many assholes have respawned? Huh? Freaking out because the queen's dead or something. Wish I had a better version of this one. And one that could be silent. This one shoots really slow, so it's good for like one good hit. Need to switch off to the other one. But it is continuing to shoot this one. Because the damage over time isn't as good, but... West on slow. Nani? Man, you get fucked for like every jump. Using this gun in slow-mo is okay because you have plenty of time to have the next shot come out. Well, I guess it's still technically be quicker. Use the other one. Transition to smuggler tunnel. No shit. His mines activate really far away, so. Booty shot. Nobody's here. The fire really blows, man. I guess as it should.
Stay back. I may be wounded, but I'm still armed. How'd you get past my traps anyway? Hiding from the marauders that hit us, obviously. Now your turn. That feels a mite better. Wish I had something to give you, but I gnawed through my last Spratwurst an hour ago. Catherine had us making drops for some big shot client out here. And before you ask, I don't know who they are. Or were. The whole point of making drops in the middle of nowhere was to keep their identity and
How's this
whereabouts a
game?
secret.
Bland. Forgettable. Probably in about half a year. It's fun in that it's got, you know, basic shooting, which is hard to fuck up. It's got basic RPG mechanic. You know, you do get to loot stuff, you do get to see yourself get stronger, and you do get to, you know, succeed through, you know, dialogue options and all that stuff. So I mean, the feel goods, you know, are there, but the dialogue's really not engaging. It's not boring. None of it's boring, but it's very nothing. You know, it's very safe. It's very Fallout in space. It's checklisty as fuck. You know, I mean, the gunplay doesn't do anything special. There's no special types of guns, really. They're just okay. They're not shit. They're just okay. And the dialogue is okay. There's nothing special. The concept is maybe in better hands, a little cooler, where just corporations run this section of the galaxy or whatever. And none of the quests are really super unique or crazy. It's just engaging enough to keep you going. It's not really anything crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't get it for a big price. It's not supposed to be super long either, I think. If we don't finish it today, we'll definitely finish it tomorrow. It's supposed to be like 30-something hours. You expect the normal Fallout-y type of length. I don't know, I mean, it's got improved quality of life shit. And from a technical perspective, it's not as fucked as a Bethesda game, but I mean, they don't even want you jumping around. It's just walk, shoot in slow-mo, and then just talk and hack your way through shit. I mean, even the sneaking doesn't have any, like, moves or anything. It's very, very light. And it's clean, but yeah, I don't know. I'd say so far, mediocre, or a touch above mediocre. It's not, like, boring mediocre. Like, so, that's why I say a touch above mediocre. Like, I play it and I'm not, like, you know, dying, but there's not anything remarkable. I've already forgotten half the shit I've probably done. I mean, that's the indicator. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you got other good things, I wouldn't. Unless you just really love Fallout. Yeah, that's the biggest problem. Other than, you know, the rest, but I feel like I was talking about before, a game that's set in a sci-fi world where you get to travel to a bunch of different planets and, you know, explore different, like, you know, possible cultures and crazy planets. There's really nothing very different. If you got rid of the skybox, man, I wouldn't even fucking know half the time I'm on an alien world. This is probably the most alien world out of all of them. They all have the same houses. It's only humans. You fight a few fucking cut copy fucking, you know, beasts. And like, that's about it, man. There's no crazy quests that, you know, highlight the sci-fi setting or anything. You just do normal ass fucking quests for humans out in the fucking somewhat alien world. I don't know. It's like, think about like Mass Effect or something. I mean, at least it had like a different visual style and it tried to have like, you know, crazy different NPCs and stuff you talk to and shit like that. And I mean, it had problems for sure. And It's pretty drab sometimes, but fucking hell, yeah, that's what I mean. It's just very, it's just bland. It's just very, very safe game. Incredible gameplay, yeah, and it won't have incredible gameplay. I mean, I'd say that Fallout probably has more variety and more unique stuff going on gameplay-wise. The gunplay in this just doesn't, it's just not shit. It's not really great either. I mean, it's kind of hard to fuck up point and shoot. I really can't give them kudos for not having it be boring. The only special thing they got going on is the slow-mo, which slow-mo's been a thing forever. And I mean, it's cool it's there, but it's whatever.
The Marauders knew we were coming. Rigged the bridge with explosives and everything. If they found us, my guess is they found the client too.
I mean, if you're just looking for a game with lots of spoken dialogue and lots of dialogue options, then I mean, this game has it. I just don't think any particular dialogue or quest line or anything is special. I don't even know what's up in the main story right now. We're 20-something hours into the game and absolutely nothing's happened main story. The main story must be incredibly short. Well, that's the problem, is there's a million other games. Yeah. I mean, that's something. If you just want something that's exactly like Fallout, and you want lots of dialogue like JRPG style, then I guess this is for you. But there's multiple ways to do things for sure. But for the most part, any huge turns of the story will have one or two choices so far, and that's it. Like, there's a lot of ways to do things. You know, you can talk your way through a lot of shit, shoot your way through shit, maybe hack through some shit. But it doesn't feel like anything more than like, I mean, I feel like Deus Ex did more, you know? Like, there's more options than that. That shit's ancient, right? Like, it's very safe. It's very by the numbers. No, I agree. I'm just saying, like, I mean, there's something there for the right fan. Everybody's come in here and said, you know, is it good at what I like it? I just say, how much do you like Fallout? If you're a huge Fallout fan, for $1, I'm playing this for $1, whatever, for Game Pass. Well, not, I mean, I get everything for $1, but I think it's a fine 30-something hours if you don't got much else going on. For me, it's most interesting just from like a basic RPG way, you know, like I like the feeling of leveling up and seeing getting stuff and shit like that. But it's also interesting because just how fucking like bland it is. Like, it's a weird case where it's like I'm not like super bored, but it's not special in any way. So it's kind of cool just to play through it and see something like that, talk about it, and try to figure out why it's like that. Why I wouldn't be just totally bored.
Cave like this makes a handy place to store goods or hide out for a spell. And the traps usually keep gawkers out.
We'll see how the main story is, though. I mean, right now it's pretty much a side quest.
Last I saw, they were heading back up the hill. You'll see
I've
it on the
gone
right when you get out
to
of here. If you got the sand to go after him, I'm sure Catherine can reward you for your
3
trouble.
planets,
Me? I'm headed back to Fallbrook. just as
side
soon as I caught
quest
my breath.
area, and a big ship, and a few outposts. So instead of like one big world, you just essentially get like a, you know, this is probably the biggest area. You just get like chunks of areas on different planets and stuff, which I think is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But unlike in like Fallout and stuff, where you'd explore, and you could just explore a place on its own, and even if there wasn't a quest, there was like stuff there, like maybe like a, you know, a text-driven story, or, you know, just like a visual progression through like some place. Whoop. You know, there was like reasons to explore random shit. The places were kind of unique. Like you could go to the radio place, or you'd go to the Dunwich building, or you went to the subway, and there wasn't always a quest, but there's like, you wanted to go explore. There's like none of that in this. You pretty much do everything for side quests. And most side quests are given to you by just people in towns. So it's all like just kind of human stuff. Which, I mean, I guess since the story's about Big Corpse being bad, you know, not a huge surprise, but...
Yeah, don't wait on me. I'll head back to Fallbrook in a spell.
And this is probably the most unique thing we've had in a while. Like an actual area we phase into. Yeah. Yeah, I know you have a bunch of games you could play. So, I mean, there's better things to do. I mean, I'm mainly playing it because I don't have to really pay much for it. It's a talking point. Something big that came out this year. You don't give like a flying fuck about that kind of shit. Then like, there's really not much point, objectively. Unless you just love Fallout. Like, I'd say I don't think it's wrong for somebody like it. Like, I mean, I don't think it's wrong for anybody to enjoy anything. But I could respect, you know, somebody saying, oh, I really just love this particular shit. You know, like, I love this about this game, yada yada. Like, I think it's fine. It's not like a completely objectively, like, without any fucking, you know, quality in it, but yeah, I wouldn't be recommending it to many people. You know, he told me he just loves ETD, objectively thought it was great. I mean, I call you a crazy man, but you just gotta have that Fallout. Oh, Mega Mana Queen. Played Fallout? You played 1 and 2? Yeah, I want to play 1 and 2 soon. Yeah, if you haven't played 3 in New Vegas, and even 4, I would play those before this. I didn't like 4 that much at all, but I'd say it's better than this. I mean, there's things, of course, that this does better, like, from a technical perspective, those games, they're Bethesda games, so they're absolutely fucking horrible. You know, they perform just horribly, bugs and all that shit everywhere, but... Yeah, I mean, I'd say... Yeah, going and playing... I mean, 3 is cool. I think 3 is fun to do everything in. New Vegas has got, you know, cool writing with a lot of different ways you can do stuff. I think it builds on 3 a bit. But yeah, I kind of, after doing everything in 3, get like Fallout-itis, man. So I got, once I 100% of New Vegas, I was kind of done. I didn't even do the, DLC. And then 4, I just was really getting sick of Fallout style shit. And I don't think the story was super great. I heard the side quests were good, but I didn't do many. It looks better than 3 in New Vegas, but... Are these like actual dudes?
Look, I didn't mean what I said about your outfit. It's very fashionable, I swear.
It's just a really odd thing, like, they'll try to do jokes all the time, but like, none of it's funny. Like, you just kind of like know they're doing a joke. Like, sometimes it's sort of kind of maybe you get like a smile, but it's just like, everything just feels really just subpar, but still it's like not completely boring. Like, it's not like Borderlands pure cringe mode humor, but it's like absolutely just like nothing. Like, that's just kind of all the dialogue. It's hard to like really explain. It's just kind of there, man, you know? You just take in the dialogue, you're like, okay, and then you leave. Like, I don't know. That's really all that's going on. At least 3 New Vegas had like, you know, drastically different factions and like side quests that were totally, you know, either off the wall or super unique, and you went to actual places and, you know, it felt a little different. I think this is like the 1000th of this kind of building we've gone, and this is new. I gotta climb up a ladder, you know, like. Yeah, when I go back and do some old CRPGs, I think Fallout 1 will be the first one I do. It's pretty talked about. I can compare it to the new way they took Fallout. Setting down atmosphere characters? Yeah, for sure. I'd agree there. Yeah, classic RPGs I really haven't played many of yet. I mean, okay, like story and shit? Know what you meant? Yeah, exactly. And I mean, this game, I mean, pretty much marketed itself as the successor to like New Vegas and shit, right? So New Vegas is a very light touch up on Fallout 3's pretty fucking whatever gameplay. The big thing about Fallout 3 was that it had the VAT system, which is just a freeze frame, pick the fucking targets, weak point, and let it shoot for you kind of thing. It's nothing crazy. It was cute then, but yeah, it's all about the world building and the quests and just the amount of content and shit. Yeah. None of the armor sells for like anything in this. I mean, I've played some Western RPGs for sure. I'd say I've played a good few, no doubt, but yeah, a lot of the classics I haven't played, you know. Baldur's Gate and Planescape and KOTOR and Fallout 1 and 2 and you know that really like really hardcore like super about the writing and the options and stuff. I feel like the games Western RPGs have moved towards just having lots of stuff to do instead of lots of ways of approaching stuff. This game tries to mix it up a bit, and you do get some games like Pillars and shit, I guess, that try to bring back that a little, but from what I understand, it doesn't seem like to the same level. I haven't played the ancient CRPGs, but I definitely want to, so I can kind of see. Yeah, I haven't played Pillars. What did you think of Pillars? That'd be really far down my list of shit to do. But it's on there. I mean, I have it. Hardo's kind of whatever. Couple nice characters, had cool shit. Oh really? Are the Kickstarter things really shit? That always sucks. Here's our science gun. So these are your big unique guns. There's only a few so far. I have like 3. Or guns and melee. There's melee ones too. These are your big special thing. Let's see what this one does, fellas. Kind of like a shot grenade launcher deal. Okay, well, we'll go store that one. Don't need anything to make the fucking combat easier than it already is. I'll stick to what I've been gearing towards. Don't need just like a huge AoE kill thing, although I will probably get the head explosion AoE thing perk. Full of Kickstarter characters, lots of irrelevant backstory dialogue. Oh. Like boomerang guy type of shit? Just like random shit that doesn't feel like it's part of the world. Not boomerang tier, but same kind of aim. Oh, really? I know what you mean. It's like when I'm playing Bloodstained, you see the Kickstarter fucking portraits and shit. I mean, I don't mind some of that shit, but yeah, at the end of the day, like, if it takes you out of the world and the immersion, then it's failed. I assume just the people who did the Kickstarter wrote the dialogue or whatever is the idea. Or did they rewrite what the people like threw in as like little blurbs? Is there like any quests or they just kind of like exist? Just rewrote it, yeah. They don't, they just are there. And just random people who want to talk to you and tell you about their life story and shit. And it's really like out of place. Is there a lot of ways to do things in Killers? I mean, I don't need like millions of ways to do things. It's not like I have to have that kind of shit. But. My mana queen around here. I'm losing the silence thing here. But, you know, it's cool when there's a lot of like, I don't know how to put it, dialogue that isn't just unengaging, you know? I mean, whether that means there's a lot of colorful choices, or you're doing lots of cool like events or something, or saying drastically different shit, I don't know, but at the end of the day, I care more, I guess, if it's good than if there's a lot of ways to do something, but those games tend to market themselves about having lots of choices, so I'm curious how many there really is and how good it is. The big sample size though, yeah. I feel you. Yeah, I haven't played that many CRPGs, so. Really need to sell some of this shit, huh? Let's go talk to this guy real quick.
Hello there. A word, if I may be so bold?
I don't think I can fast travel when I'm using shit like that. Yeah, somebody told me it was a CRPG, but I didn't think they had a whole lot of like stats or combat type of shit. Or does it have a lot of stat based, multiple option kind of crap? Oh, you do? Okay. I guess it's a little more CRPG then. Yeah, if it was just like a walking simulator with lots of choices, then I mean, yeah, it's more just like a VN. But that's totally fine. I've heard it's
Well
good.
now, here I thought those mantisaurs
Are
had
you liking it?
peacefully exited the premises. But you're a simpler explanation. Thanks for the assistance. Name's Weston. Every once in a while I set up shop along. Care to purchase a thing or two?
I do appreciate that there's like voice acting everywhere, and none of it's like really like bad. None of it's really great. But like, I'm not like, damn, this is some fucking shitty voice acting. The problem is they never really have any dialogue that requires them to emotionally go beyond just quippy kind of, you know, somewhat lighthearted kind of range. You know, it's like slightly pissed or sad to, you know, happy-go-lucky kind of shit. It's never you're never really gonna find out if the voice actors are shit because it's every quest is very just right there in that fucking small range. It doesn't require any extra emotion, doesn't require any extra anything. Really comfy. Oh, is it just way better written? It's a detective thing, right? What is this guy selling them? 44% discount. That's cool. Oh wait, was that something I didn't want to get rid of? Thought it was a melee one, but it's not. D7. A lot of it's these just building up over time. I don't think anything in here can weigh anything. Oh, this thing weighs 10. That would be why. The looting in this isn't really
Some crew members are causing a disturbance.
really varied. You loot a very small selection of all the same shit. There's much thought behind it. In some ways that's better because it keeps you just doing the gameplay. But in other ways there's a little less, I'll say immersion or atmosphere to it. Because in Fallout you're looting pretty much anything. And you need to figure out the kinds of things you want to keep and the kinds of things that are worth money. It can get tiresome after doing it for a really long time, or in this you just gotta grab everything, sell everything, and then just move on, and they organize it all for you. You don't really have to worry about your pack size too much. I think if the stories and the gameplay was a little better, this would be good, because then you just kind of keep moving on, because it isn't just about scavenging, it's just there on the side, but yeah. Sadly, since the other stuff isn't a super huge draw, if you're just for the looting, shooting, it's a little more simple.
You're adjusting before you pull. You're anticipating it.
Of course I'm anticipating it. What if I shoot a friend on accident?
That's on account of your stance. You want to lean into it. Embrace it. Work with it. You're in control here, Parvati, not the gun. Don't let a hunk of metal jerk you around. You've been around powerful machinery all your life, and you're always in control, right?
I guess that's kind of like when the filler's shooting 600 cans of near molten sal tuna down the conveyor while I'm trying to tune a belt.
Here, stand like me. Just so. Hip square. Lean forward a
Can't
little.
even do nothing.
It's just equipment, and you're just an engineer using it. Okay. We'll try again later. You'll get it. I promise.
So you get about 6 companions in this. They range from forgettable tier to based robot who cleans shit tier, who has 0 depth, but he's the most interesting because he's just a fucking joke character. I'd say the side characters aren't really that great. The Vicar was okay until the end of his companion quest, where he just kind of was like lame in what you expected. Parvati's just a romance thing, which I guess is fine. We really haven't gotten too deep into the other 3 yet, but you know, in a lot of these RPG style things, the side characters are a big deal, and in this, I mean, they have a lot of quests, which I want to do them all, but not anything special. I play solo too. I pick my perks based on solo shit, and I actually lose a lot if I bring a partner. I think a lot of the dialogue from when I have brought in people feels very forced. They just kind of include party member dialogue in because it almost feels like they have to. It feels completely unnecessary, I guess is the word. They feel like they're sort of kind of part of the conversation, but it's more just like you could just completely remove it and it wouldn't hurt anything. Which sort of sucks, but I mean, sometimes you get to respond to stuff that a party member says, which I mean does mean there's extra dialogue here and there, but I wasn't super impressed by a lot of it. I feel like they just chime in at certain intervals and they have these really, you know, one note kind of replies to everything. Like Felix is always the, you know, fucking fuck corporation, go lucky, fucking beat him up kind of dude, and like that's the level of depth you're gonna get out of every single thing from him. Which is fine. I find with like character like archetypes and shit, but people aren't really that one note. That's what kind of like annoying a bit. More to it than just that. And I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that. Like I said, it's not like dog shit. Like I don't think they're just like horrible characters. I'm like, oh god, you know. It's just, I really think it's just bland and just forgettable. I mean, it's cool that they start taking up like rooms and stuff, and they have like, you know, stuff in their rooms. I think that's a cool thing. I think that's a cool touch. What? Collector biz. And you can collect things and it like adds it to people's rooms and shit. But for the most part, it's not really noticeable. Fallout 3, your companions. I don't remember if they said a whole lot. But they sure as hell were unique, you know? You got like a super mutant or like a dog or, you know. I mean, I still mainly did solo play, so I can't say too much, but, you know, you get a bunch of stuff like that. I don't remember if they much had dialogue in there. Which isn't a big deal because that game has like hundreds of hours of fucking content in it. So having to have character dialogue over isn't a big deal, but this game isn't that long. And Why the hell would I want this? 30% less movement speed? And you're unable to dodge? I don't care about... If it was just you're unable to dodge, sure. But minus 30% movement speed just to get some perk? Fucking hell, half of my perks are upping movement speed. That's an interesting thing I guess they do. In Fallout and stuff, you'll get like a negative perk that you don't really have a choice in. But in this, you can choose to have a negative perk at the, but you get the reward of getting a perk point. So you can choose to have these negative things happen, but you
Would you like a reminder on
can also, you know, get something out of it. So half the time they don't really seem
when
worth
your
it.
next shower is scheduled?
Like they're super probably not worth it. Might as well keep those on me just in case. So that's your unique weapons. I have 4 so far. Alright, go ahead and do this.
Thank you again for retrieving the bolt. It's every bit as complex as I'd heard, but I'm up to the challenge. Anyway, what can I do for you? Excellent timing on your part. I worked my fingers to nubs, but I've finally completed the Bolt 52 form. I dare say it will be my second greatest achievement after the Reformations.
You're getting ahead of yourself again.
So I am. Do you have this cartridge? That's just cruel and inefficient. I'm working on a plan to reorganize the board. Slowly, peacefully, and with meticulous documentation. But that all comes later. First, I need to submit the Bolt 52. With that data you're holding, of course. I knew there was something going on. This is exactly the proof we need. The board will have to welcome us back now. I'll transmit this data along with the completed Bolt 52 right away. After that, we'll sit back and quietly wait for the board to respond.
That means no more broadcasts from us.
Then it's good that I keep such What can I do?
Okay. And that. The board. Yeah, it's for a game with almost no main story. It's amazing how much of the side quests really just keep tying back into the same bits of lore. I mean, you make a game in outer fucking space on a bunch of different alien planets, and it's all about how each person relates to some corporation set of executives and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, there's a little variety there, but that's mostly it. button there. We haven't even really had that much main story, so everybody's respawned. What does he even do? Just put his hands together, then you light on fire? Maybe I'll get a perk if I light on fire, and I should just jump in fire more. I don't mind the one where I take more damage from like corrosion and shit. I could have that for fire and I'd be fine. Wow. What a unique area. So there's different types of like damage, like shock and corrosion and fire and plasma and stuff like that. But really it just doesn't matter. I mean, I guess you could just tell you equip these things for fun, but I don't think you'd be like, the game will ever require you, even if you crank up the difficulties to like really like use these kinds of things. Bring on the fire damage, man. I mean, one, you don't have the pack space. Two, you don't even have the fucking slot space. It just never feels like really something you need to give a shit about. Just barely not kill him. Throw inside. Maybe. Gotta get a better version of this. I'm not gonna spend the money to like upgrade it. So much money, and I'll just get something with more slots and stuff later anyways. We'll go in there in a minute. Nothing else over here. Plus... Old data cartridge. What was on it? It's just a suspicious cartridge, that's it. We have something else around here. I think it was up here. Okay, there's one down there. I thought there was one up there though. Ah, main story. That's why. Let's head on down the way. I assume the cost will be a little bit more than... You know, just go get a memento of my buddy. Ash is not there. Maybe he's just here to kill him or something. Oh no! Is another dude evil as hell? Oh no, no, who would have thought? We'll see. Sneak attack damage plus 10%. That'd be cool if I want to just have no armor. Yeah. Gotta look at that all the time, dude. This armor is like worth shit ever. Like I already have so many. This one's worth something because it's unique. Like I already have so many armor repair things, and I like never need to use them because I hardly ever get hit. Mercenaries are nearby. I think we need to go around from here. What am I using right now? The silence one. Okay. The AI is really bad in this game too. Which makes a game that's already super fucking easy mode. I mean, even more easy mode. So the goals is just like, for me, just to kind of like efficiently, or you know, is the most fun I can get out of just killing like loot pinatas. Like, you know, headshot them quick and try to not get caught, but I mean, stealth is really, can really only do so much. I mean, this gun's silenced and I have high sneak, like what are you gonna do after that? Just try to pick dudes off from the outside in or something, but I'm not gonna like scout out everything just for shit. Why's that 95, dude? Yeah, the AI is just kinda there, dude. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like the only thing of note they do is when you're standing on anything that's 1 inch above the ground, they run away and hide. And they don't hide well. They just try to do that because the AI is not set up to handle terrain at all. A game where you can jump a lot, I mean, for one, they don't really allow you to jump on that much. It's very, has a lot of like invisible walls and you slide off everything and it's very, and you get stuck in a lot of spots. But for a game that does allow you to jump, when you're using guns, which, you know, high ground and shit's cool, it's amazing how the AI just does not give a shit. Unless they have like guns, and even then they don't. Other than that, I mean, they just run at you or just like sit behind cover and don't really do anything. Like, it's not ever anything crazy. So it's like, you really just, your fun just has to be just how efficiently can you kill everything, you know? And how fun can you do that? Like Oblivion, yeah, it's pretty bad AI. Like I said, the gameplay is nothing. I mean, it's nothing right home bad at all. I mean, we could get the pack mule. I mean, durability loss? I guess it'd be less fucking around, but I don't need it. No, this is like a necessity. I mean, the boom headshot would be okay, but how often are enemies within 2.5 meters of each other? And the headshot damage I do is gonna like be a big part of that. I mean, if everybody's stacked together, the chances of me still using my sniper are pretty low, so the damage would be really minuscule. I mean, it'd be an okay extra, but I don't think it'd be like a big deal. It'd be cool to have something fun. Armor rating bonus, skill bonus. This is just for shooting lots of shots. Add the debuff per shot up to 10. And health restored per kill isn't bad, but really I'm not getting hit that much. I mean, when you're aiming down, there's really not that big of a penalty when you move. I mean, I could lower the vendor prices, but I mean, I have fucking 63k. I don't fucking use it. I mean, base health, extra 100 kg carrying capacity. Thing is, like, you can sell shit like everywhere, so it's really not a big issue. Health restored per kill. I mean, this is only when you have a harmful comp, like you're on fire or something. This is only when you're full. You get the 70% movement for 5 seconds. Only when you're at full TTD. So, I mean, I guess that's like immediately. I mean, it could just be a cool thing. I go into a room, shoot shit, move full speed. Could be fun. But, I mean, you usually don't. I mean, you only have full TTD, like, occasionally. Let's get the 100 carrying capacity, just so I don't have to worry about that anymore. It's only been an issue recently. Like right now. I don't know. I mean, none of these are like super cool. Let's do the movement one. I mean, let's be real, man. They add fast travels like everywhere. I can just fucking fast travel back to vendor in 2 seconds. It's really not much work at all. There's vendors like everywhere, so. I'm sure whatever's in it is a little more important than what he's letting on. Can we discover fast travel down here real quick? That'd be great. I might be able to find out about the 100% TPD thing. I'm usually just zoomed in anyways, but I mean, it could be a cool thing. I could run through like a building and then just like hit everybody with the pistol real quick. If there's a chance at having some more fun gameplay, I'll take it. Over just pure stat. Because really the pure stats I got left aren't that special. Like a lot of it, there's like an extra thing I have to do to get the stats even. And I don't care about like armor stats. Oh wow, can take a micro amount of extra hit. Like you notice when you can like hit somebody harder. Health restore to kill. I mean that's OP. But I mean you don't really need it. I mean I might just get it to get it, but we'll see.
Hey, thanks again for help.
Thanks for the money. Am I ever gonna really put it on? Probably not. I don't use these either, man. Just get rid of them. Seriously. It's N-ray damage. When do you just get hit with N-rays? At this point, the big thing I could see being useful is like the extra carry weight. Even that I wouldn't call super useful. Just very infrequently I'll have way too much in my pack.
If you got in your mind that I want company, you're wrong. Nothing on this moon for nobody. There's a lot of heartbreak. It's pretty simple, kid. I sit at the bar, I drink, I mind my own business. That's it. Whoever said that must have been lying. Or maybe they was drunk. I don't know nothing a dozen better folk couldn't tell you. Look, you want to buy the drinks, I'll do my bit to keep you entertained. Just don't ask me to dance. I can't repay no kindnesses now. Alright, so, I reckon one of the most interesting places I've been is the hot pole. You know what that is? Exactly. This moon ain't big enough to rotate. It's locked. One side always facing Olympus, the other always facing away. Olympus might not be a star, but it throws off assloads of heat. Monarch's hot pole is the part that's closest to the gas giant. It's in the middle of this big mountain plateau. Volcanoes so high the peaks are in space. O2 breathers. The heat from Olympus is worse, though. Close your eyes, you can see rays bursting through your eyeballs. Little streaks of light. The funny thing is, then in the middle there's just smooth rock. Circular-like. All the dust blown away.
I'm glad we don't get to
Gray
see anything like
air fine
this.
cracks
We just
all
get it explained to us.
I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was lightheaded from the O2. But I felt like I had to take off the breather for a moment, put my ear to the ground. I did get a burn on the low before I smartened up. Put a towel under me. It was at the edge of hearing. Deep down. Far off. Irregular. Tap, 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 tap. The sound of a bird pecking out of a shell. Hell if I know. When there's a groundquake now, I hold my breath. Because I don't know if it's Olympus squeezing us for gravity, or wings getting stretched.
That it?
I won't decline it. So, you know about the ocean? It's where the monarchists keep their salt tuna. Goes all the way around the moon, at the twilight band. On one side, the volcanoes at the hot pole.
Guy
on
paints
the
a
other,
better
the storm
picture
wall
of
the
an
cold pole.
alien fucking world than
Nobody
the
knows
game
how
does.
deep it is.
Or, you know,
Never
visually.
needed to. The salt tuna keep near the surface. What's more interesting to me is the tides. Nobody's asked me that before. The way I hear it, it kind of wobbles back and forth. The ocean sloshes side to side as it does. On account of how big Olympus is, the tides are monsters. When it's low, the ocean pulls back miles. When it's high, entire islands go under. It ain't so bad in the bay. Likely why they built a city here. But one morning I've gone a ways east. Tides are out, and off in the mud I see something catching sun. That's what I first thought. But something like that be flopping about. This was steady and clean, like metal. Standing out there in the mud, miles from any place, is a circle of silver columns. 6 of them, about 2 stories tall, seamless metal. While I'm standing there in the middle of them, my ears start pounding and I see shapeless things out of the corner of my eyes, gray, disappearing when I look straight at them. And that's what I figured later. At the time, I was fair distracted. About then, while I'm cussing into the dark miles from shore, I realized there's another sound in the distance. A roaring off in the night. The tide's coming in. That's exactly what I said at the time. It gets up to my chest before I start outpacing it. But I didn't stop running until I was on something real damn tall. The weirdest thing? I went back the next low tide. Flew out with an AG loader. The columns were gone. And I've never seen them since. Sure as I can be. The moral is, the tides here will kill you if you ain't careful. So stay the fuck away from the water. I'm near out of stories. You'll have to enjoy this one.
Okay.
I told you before about the hot pole. The point of T of Monarch, closest to the gas giant. The cold pole is the side that always faces away from Olympus. That's where most of the water is, big sheets of ice. The warmest it gets is 40 below. So you got one end bitter cold and the other boiling hot. That's why there's constant wind, and why we have the storm wall. Where the hot air from one end meets the frigid air from the other, you get storms. You go far enough towards the cold side, you'll see it. A wall of ice cliffs, giant sheets cracking
Nice,
off
man.
into
We
the
don't get to
sea,
see any of that.
and overhead storm clouds, thick and rolling. Snow and ice on gale force
We
winds.
just get a really generic fucking slightly mountainous fucking alien place with the same fucking cut copy human settlements from the other planet, dude.
In my younger years, I liked the idea of seeing something nobody else bothered to. Standing where no one else ever would. It was night when I made it through. 90 below and falling. Perfect dark, stars by the million. Forgot to breathe. It was, but that's not why I almost died. It was cold enough that CO2 froze out of the air. CO2 is what makes our brains go, you need to breathe. So I was standing there, head going all swimmy because I wasn't feeling no urge to breathe. Tired as I was, you bet your ass I did. Just popped some pills, turned around, and went right back through the storm wall. Lost 3 toes to frostbite. People can live all sorts of places, and survive all kinds of things. Too cold to want to breathe would be a mighty strange death. Nah. Go out and live your life for a bit. Do something, I don't know, exciting. I'm
Okay.
drinking here. Move yourself on. Nothing on this moon. You know, a tiny part, a damn stupid part of me hoped he was still out there. What happened? Damn. Well, you find our box of memories? Well, ain't you clever? Fine. I was supposed to pick him up that night. Thing is, another offer came along. Bit more lucrative. Surely ain't. But it'll buy me some better ones. Look, I like your gumption. I was gonna share the bits, but here's a couple extra. Now go on. Leave an old man to his past.
Alrighty, pal. Oh no, he lied to us, man. Alright, what do we got next, man? Weapons. Clive. Oh, I'm turning the Zora quest right now.
Welcome back. You find anything out there? Let's see. These are old. Looks like correspondences between the pirates. Some bits here, some there, some... Wait. This one's got the Amber Heights gate code on it. Just like the one I found earlier. And here's... a letter. Wait, this is from Graham. Oh, of all the... Captain. He gave them the gate codes. Watch it. That's our leader you're talking about. My friend.
Don't care.
I know he's got his head in the clouds, but I always believed there was a core of good there. What the hell happened to live and let live? Thank you for bringing this back, but I need some time. I gotta think. I'll let you know if I figure something out. Go take a walk, Captain. I'll find you once my head's on straight.
Will you?
Welcome.
Just like bring it up to him.
When I founded the Iconoclasts, I did so amidst the ghosts of this planet's past. Since then, many have asked me, why here? Were you involved in the mass? My response to you is the same as to all others. The death of... I did no such thing. Their deaths came in the night while I slept in Stellar Bay. Those ghosts still haunt me. But they needn't curse my people. Until then... If I were the type of man to make that decision, and I assure you I am not, I'd have to be so obsessed with dismantling their regime that I'd turn to desperate measures. I have since learned that their mistakes will end them in time, and that we will persevere where they do not. But back then, suffocating under that oppressive culture, I can understand a lesser man than myself making a terrible, ghastly mistake. Would you prefer I spend my days wallowing in misery and desperately seeking forgiveness for sins long past? I have people to lead, a home to keep. Here, without the shackles of the Halcyon Board, we are free to grow as the universe intended. Had we fled with MSI, the colony is dying. The massacre of Amber Heights, unfortunate as it was, presented the slim possibility of saving the souls of Terra 2. Here we are, poised to do just that. If that's the case, they are free to say so, and I will take their opinions into consideration after we've accomplished our goals. For now, our sights must remain on spreading our message. Let us speak no more of this.
Okay, Bubzo.
Greetings, friend.
Not even like affect anything. That I just came in there and asked them about that shit.
Go take a walk, Captain. I'll find you once my head's on.
We'll save that reveal for her, I guess. I don't really care. I don't think I'd probably affect a single fucking thing, but you know. Slaughterhouse Clive. Let's do that one. The Borst Factory. I'm gonna get a drink first. Cliffhanger, man. What's gonna happen at the Borst Factory? Whoa. Okay. I wonder how much is left after this planet. We'll find out, I'm sure. Corporate. Walk in, see what happens. Ooh, I think there was an option to talk to somebody to get a some kind of like sneak past thing. I don't remember who I had to talk to though. Some kind of data card though.
Hey, Cass. Knock, knock.
Go away, White.
That's not how the game works. I say...
Why do they sound like they're behind me?
How's Claude? Sure. I'll presume you mean Arthur, the one you sent scurrying back like a sprat with his tail cut off? Reckon I'm happy he's alive. I'd be happier if the marauders who botched my drop were dead. Funny you don't look like Nelson Mason. Funnier still, I wasn't aware of an existing problem. That Dunderhead. Can't hardly fathom how that panned out. Let me guess, it involved blood and guts and fur in places that don't merit mention. Well, you got my begrudging gratitude for cleaning the mess. What about it, aside from the fact that You mean you can't just follow the once you're clear of the... Sure.
Well, I mean, I could just kill them, but the real question is, who did she say I needed to talk to get an ID card? I don't know, is it one of these shops?
I test every product. No rubber.
Oh, here we go.
Not so fast. My biometric. She needs it for
Flex.
a
Back the
well,
list again.
why didn't you say so?
Fuck to the
Reckon
guy.
you asked her where the
Hey
best
bro,
procure one,
better
and
let
she
me see that
obligingly
shit,
pointed
man.
you my
Oh, come
way.
on, dude.
Give me a jiffy to break. I mean, calibrate the ID. This goes like that. Nope, not quite right. A bit to the left, mayhaps. That'll do it. For a CMP factory line worker, she sure is a beauty. Careful. I'm trusting you to guard this specialty good with your life. I mean it. Lose the ID and you don't get another. Also, you'll be off my list of unwholesome custom. Will that be all?
That's great, pal. What's our reputations at anyways? Not that they really matter much. Revering. I'm agreeable so far. The board. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be too friendly with the board. Honey Cleo. I don't think we're really gonna get higher with them. We're kind of done. Not that any of it matters. The only thing it affects is the price you get. What I've seen. Try this out. Oh yeah, I have like instant lock picking now. Pretty pretty cool. When did I get that? 80? We'll get it to 100. And then focus down. Maybe add more to lying, add more to hacking. I mean, usually you have a chance to just use persuade everywhere, so it doesn't really matter much. Drink. Hey guys, I look like one person. I look like somebody else.
You must be a part of the new line shift.
Wowie.
Don't tell me you lost your key card already. A lost card's worth 2 infractions, you know. Depends on what you got. But I reckon we can work something out. Nope, that's all right. I know what their messages tend to entail.
Okay.
Okay. We could just persuade him to leave. This shit. The back way in. Don't have enough medical. I said we just go persuade climb to peace, man. Or hack the records or some shit. Sealed. Fuck. I have an important announcement. Excuse me, is this an out of season April Fool's joke? Oh shit. I'm actually curious what'll happen if I just talk into it instead. I just want to see our options really. We'll sell after we loot this time.
Huh? What's going on? Like I don't know what that means. Not only no, but void no. I quit. And he can keep my final paycheck.
Is everybody just leaving? Deal. Oh, there's a reputation for the Boris factory, dude. I'm actually curious if I can just sneak by these then. What the hell I'd get for doing it. I mean, just persuaded his workers to leave, so I can't imagine it mattering. Mission where I can actually sneak around, dude. Shocking stuff. Looks like you can jump up that way too. I think I'll just take the elevator though. Gonna avoid one guy Luckily we have 25% increased sneak speed. Okay, sir.
Whoa now. And just what do you figure you're doing up here? These are my private quarters, friend. I don't allow tours up here. I don't allow tours ever on deeper consideration. Certain things require a mess to do well. See, I was just killing some time. I prefer to prepare my dinner by my own hand. Nothing like fresh and bloody Borstwurst. I do own a factory known for specializing in the canning of Borstwurst. On occasion, I like to imbibe other parts of the cysty pig. Did you fancy me a cannibal? Perish the thought. No, I don't eat the bodies, I disappear. A joke, that last was. So, what can I do for you? My full attention is at your disposal. Indeed it is. Did you partake of the experiment? I would like to hear your assessment of the quality of each sample, if so. Don't wait so long the meat rots. Then I won't be able to trust your answers.
Okay. Physical damage received plus 25%. Sure, why not? Wouldn't that just be crazy? That one for fun. Might look funny.
Why do you yet linger? Marvelous. Now to your predilection, which can had the smoothest texture? Now, which one contained the human remains? A fine answer. Yes, this latest ratio will do nicely. By sublight, you mean Catherine, do you not? That greedy, star-crossed sow. Listen, friend. The Borst King of Monarch does not negotiate with coveters. How about you bring me Catherine's severed head, and I will gift you a lifetime supply of Borst.
You actually do that?
You desire that I should lower myself to Catherine's level of crassness and filth? I cannot fathom how that would cotton myself. The king built this golden monopoly brick by brick from the rubble when the corpse abandoned monarch. No, he ain't the sort to partner up, as that requires the sharing of power and profits. For true? You figure she will appreciate my skills? They did take me years to perfect. However, I remain unconvinced she could provide the means to make the association worth my while. If you ain't noticed, I'm doing swell, ruling this kingdom on my
All your
own.
workers just left.
Ah, but Catherine would admire a man of my inclinations and skill. That is what you imply, yes? She will supply the worship I so rightly deserve. Very well. The king is interested. John Hancock me on the dotted line, friend. I will even give her a cut of the profits, requiring she keeps clear of my short hairs. Do not push me. I am not one to suffer insults. Tell Catherine she is permitted to dump the bodies each and every Tuesday, precisely at 3 a.m.
Well, I guess we can talk to her then. Like a quick way out of here. Alright. Said you wanted the factory, not to just disappear people. I don't mind going back and killing them. Just eating people. Seem like really a solid unit.
You seen Arthur today?
How's Clive? Oh, this ought to be good. What does he mean to offer in exchange for his no-account life? True enough, I got bodies piling up, drawing attention where they ought not to be. But if I take the factory, I don't need Clive to dispense of my messes. Can appoint someone to handle it myself. Point taken. Good help is hard to come by. Plus, Clive doesn't seem the type to upchuck his boards during dismemberment. Still, you're asking me to walk away from easy money. So are a lot of things in life. And your point is? All right. Color me convinced. Reckon I owe you a finder's fee. Don't spend it all in one place.
Well, I just get lots of
Unless
extra
it's here.
XP for the persuade. That's mainly what I'm after, man. At the end of that quest, then. Okay. Go ahead and do the quest on the bottom left here, then. Oh, mama. Not sure what this area is on the left. I guess we could check that out too. Field. Yeah, I need to look into the other companion quest. So far we're fine with Parvati. Well, that sounded like it was coming from behind me. They say 75 movement per speed, 75% movement. I think it might count for how quick you can shoot it too, which makes that actually really good. Yeah. Problem is every time you do a shot, you lose your TTD by a lot. I mean, this is gonna be like story or something. Yeah, we still have to do Ellie stuff. We still have to do the new chick stuff, which I don't even know about. I don't know if the robot gets any more stuff. Since we had to do something to even get him in the first place, and then Felix needs his stuff done. Well, I got the headshot thing, but maybe I guess I haven't killed anybody with the headshot. Maybe. No, it doesn't even blow them up. Just make like a slight shockwave. I was hoping they'd like explode like Fallout 3 style and leave like a little thing. They just make it more satisfying for when we get the headshot kills. Like grand birthday party type of shit. Not much reason to go with the handgun there. It's not like the snipers are like really unwieldy or something. I mean, it's a little slow, but this one's quick. Get a better version of this one. I mean, I guess the handgun silence though is kind of the big thing. This one's definitely more fun than using the bolt action sniper deal. That's like the semi-auto shit. You can shoot a little quicker, do things faster, it feels more impressive. Can't even get in here yet. Need another 10. Sure, there's another way in, but Point of the front door. Jeez. %less durability drop might even not be too bad at this point. Guessing there's someone inside or something too. These marauders are a little more entertaining to kill than fucking more beasties. Check these in some kind of order at least. Let's go down the line. Secret lab. I like the sound of that. They lock the shitter, man. I guess the extendo side, the big. I guess the Magnum's a perk thing too, or a mod or whatever the fuck. Pretty big secret lab. Oh, this is for the gas one.
Captain, I'm waiting for your signal at Cascadia's landing pad. You'll need to connect the storage tanks to my fueling system, and then initiate the
This is
transfer
about
from
as
an
crazy
authorized
as the
terminal
side
within
missions
the
get,
lab.
man. Friendly? Alright now.
Proximity
Whoops.
alert. Biology human. Attempting to priming web. Executive level password accepted as identification according to
I like how they
employee
didn't
ID
expect me until I go in through the
protocol
trigger at the door.
A-35. Be advised, Mantisaur threat level is petrifying purple berry. Please use caution. Have a productive.
I guess we get some extra XP out of it, man. Does those have a reputation? I'm not. Oh, they just took that guy off the fucking rep list. The other dude. How do we get up here? Where even am I on this list? There we go. Oh. Flamethrowers, yada yada. Just loot it all, man. Can't even see the mine. The more hits I take, the more chance I get some kind of weird perk. should just run into more fucking stuff. I just run into this. Killed me a little quicker than I liked. Oh, those like guns too. Maybe that's why. 100. They just went from having to be like 50s and stuff to just boom, just full on everything, man.
Targeting for attack.
Wish I had a better version of this one. Those guys don't have like traditional weak points either. I'm gonna do some weird shit with them. I think they got like a weak point in some weird part of their lower body. Doesn't really matter though. Team doesn't even look like it's coming all the way out. It's weird they don't let you just walk around this theme. It just counts as like a full coverage kind of deal.
System
There's the other one.
security, but
This fucking Steam shit's so stupid. Just like bounce off it. You dead yet or what?